Broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast or at Nick Drago, but especially at Desiree Robbins.
All of our episodes are free and available to download on iTunes. You can also check us out on the web at infinitedancecast.com. Make sure you write a review. This is episode number 50. I can't believe why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're making funny faces in your whole intro and it's making me die.
I was getting excited. Now, here's the deal. Our interview is sitting in a Nick and Desiree sandwich right now. The long-awaited, anticipated interview. Here's the intro. If you added her credits together, it would sound something like this. So you think Malcolm in the Gold, member of that 70s show, Got Talent, and Celine Dion's fresh beat, big ballooned Asian excellence idol hearing about the Morgan's Bubble Boy. No, but seriously, her choreography is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, except without having to worry about choosing the crappy dark chocolate licorice by accident. She is respected by her peers, loved by her dancers, and has a plie to die for. She is an Emmy-nominated choreographer with more than once, and her personality alone makes you want to be a better person. We are honored to have the extremely talented and giving Mandy Moore.
Oh, man. Whoa, that is the best intro I've ever had in my entire life. Can you write every single intro that I ever have?
I would be happy to.
Please, can I just take you with me everywhere?
He is really good at it. He is.
Well, you know, you've done a lot, so you gotta be, you know.
You gotta hit it all, baby.
You gotta, and this is episode number 50. So, Mandy, we don't have guests on for the first segment. This is usually Desiree and Nick only.
Yes!
So, we're so excited.
This is huge. I get to join you two for the first section. This is very good.
This is huge for us.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you.
Now we're nervous. We're sweating.
I know. Well, Mandy, you like to sweat off one armpit.
Well, we all know that Nicholas Drago is a sweating machine. And when I met him, I was really excited because I thought, wow, I think he sweats as much as I do. But I usually only sweat underneath one armpit when I'm nervous. And it is only
the
one.
right or the left?
It's my right.
Okay, I just
for some reason.
Yeah,
I figured that out when I was teaching one day. We were starting our opening stretch, and I was like, I'm only sweaty under one armpit. That is weird.
But you don't get nervous.
Yes, I get nervous. Are you kidding me? I get nervous all the time.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear
For
that.
class?
Yes. Every time I teach, I'm like, oh, gosh, I hope I know my counts. I hope I know what I'm doing. I hope everyone's happy.
Right?
Yeah.
And you hope that you're, getting your message across.
Yeah. I mean, you want to kill it.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Because I do the same. Yes.
Oh.
And this last summer at Doug and Friends, I had to follow Mandy. Now, if you want to talk about stress on top of stress, I don't even know how I did it. I was like, I would like to put an expletive right there.
Don't. We got to keep it clean on
and
iTunes.
I'm keeping it clean because, I'm like, yay. After Mandy, they're all so excited. And then...
Oh, shush. I had to follow Mark Meismer. I felt the same way because I'm going in after Mark Meismer. Everyone loves Mark Meismer. He's so amazing and he's so got everyone dancing and they're killing it. And I'm like, oh, wah, here comes Mandy. I feel the same way. I think we all feel that at some point,
We do.
Yeah.
And he's a male, so then he gets away with a lot more.
Oh, it's hard to be a girl teacher.
I know.
Sorry,
but
Nick.
you guys are, it's okay. I didn't even get invited.
No.
I didn't have to follow anybody. But you know what? I was still at home sweating.
Oh, yes, you were. I'm sure you were.
No, you were eating a Bellacino sandwich or a pizza from Papa John's.
Well, here's the thing with Mandy, though, and I want to say this, is that your class is completely different from a lot of the jobs that you choreograph.
Yes.
Because, in the commercial world, it's a lot different choreography, but, we've worked together on Fresh Beat Band, which is a Nick Jr. show, and it's literally like step, touch, happy feet, high legs, and smile.
Yes.
Ball change. In that order, jumbled up.
Yes.
But then you go to your class, and it's like you're letting loose now all of a sudden.
No, it's full out arabesque to a flip to triple pirouette. Let's go. Don't fall out of it.
I love how we made her into a cheerleader. Arabesque, fall over, step ball change.
That was a little, yes. Okay.
It does feel like that sometimes, though, right? You're like,
yeah.
And as I get older, too, I think it feels more and more like that. Ready? Arabesque? No, I will not be doing it, but you will, and you will not
higher.
fall. Yes.
Because in my day, no.
Well, what's cool is that you're still teaching, because even though you're Emmy nominated, you've been on. I wrote all these down, and I'm probably missing a few. Where is it? So you think you can dance U.S., the U.K., Ukraine, the Netherlands,
and Canada,
and Canada.
And Canada.
Here, it's
Or like
beautiful this time.
we like
Nobody
to call
cares
it
about Canada.
America Light.
Oh, dude, you just offended all of our Canadian listeners. All
that's
4 of them.
fine.
Oh, man.
The Canadians rock.
So how
They
was
do. They
how
do,
was- So
absolutely.
you dance Ukraine? I mean, did you have to use Ukrainian music? How does that work?
So you think Ukraine was crazy? I got off the plane in Kiev and I thought, oh, I think I've made a big mistake here.
Why?
Well, first of all, you land at like midnight, so you have no clue what's going on, and you've been
Right.
flying for 20 hours, right?
Oh
so
my
you're
gosh,
confused.
no kidding.
And then, no one speaks English. So you go into these production meetings and all the bigwigs are talking in Ukrainian, Russian, and they're just speaking a lot. And then all of a sudden,
pointing
a
at
translator.
you?
Yes, and pointing and, talking, laughing, not happy, all these different like body language things. And you're trying to figure out what they're saying. And then it goes to the translator and the translator says like, they like it. After like a 20-minute conversation and he says 3
Right.
words. I'm like, I'm not really sure what. I think he said more than they like it.
I totally get that, though.
We'll talk about being nervous. Not
One
even knowing.
little word is a sentence for them.
It is. It's
You know.
really crazy. It was fun though. I mean, they really appreciate storytelling there, which I enjoyed because in the States it's not always about that.
Sure.
It's about more athleticism and
Right.
they didn't want a lot of tricks. They just wanted really great storytelling. So
That worked for you.
You do a
good.
really good job telling stories through your musicality and your dance. You're welcome. And that leads us into music picks. We're on a schedule here.
Oh
Don't
my
worry. We're going to get some
gosh,
more
are
of your
we
career. But it
seriously
just goes
already?
by fast. I told you this is crazy. Okay, Desiree.
Okay, I'm going to start.
Mandy's going to give us some music picks too, but Mandy, you just pay attention to what Desiree does. Don't sweat out your left armpit too much.
it's my right.
You're right.
The right.
That's what I meant.
Get
okay.
it
I get
correct.
nervous
Make sure
here.
Desiree was
Okay,
listening.
my
No,
first
I'm
one
nervous.
is How to Save a Life, and you're going to want to get Boyce Avenue's version of How to Save a Life.
You also want to get certified at CPR.
That is true. That is
you're
true.
good.
And you know what? I'm not. So I'm
should.
kind of concerned.
You should.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
2012,
It's on my
that's
bucket list. It should be before that. My second one is Sophisticated Bad Girl. Oh, you know.
The two of them right now.
That's Colby O'Donis. That's O''Donis. And my last and final oldie but goodie. Bag It Up, Jerry Halliwell.
Oh, well done.
Old Spice Girl, but you can use that for such great, junior routines. It's a hot song.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of things off that same album, Schizophrenic, are great.
Okay.
And you can
Love
use them.
that.
And all those juniors, they think they're brand new songs. So you
what's
can't
perfect.
lose. Yeah, you cannot lose on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. All right.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. I really like Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier. Gotye. It's kind of newer. I actually didn't
Fabulous
know
song.
that it was going to be so popular when I heard it. But
so good.
I used that for my seniors this year, actually, on convention.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a good song.
I know.
I really like Bloodstream by Stateless. I used that in class.
Hold
this
on, let me
week.
write that down. I got it.
Bloodstream by Stateless. It's
Stateless.
very, very good.
I love
Great
it.
beats in it, and it's kind of a little bit mid-tempo, so you can kind of do what you want with it.
Okay, tap dance.
Yep, you could. It'd be an interesting tap
She's
dance.
thinking about it.
I might try that.
Jason Samuel Smith, we're talking to you, buddy.
You could use it if you want. Let's see. And I was actually watching the documentary Buck last week, and there's a Pearl Jam song on there called Just Breathe. That is awesome.
Really?
Really beautiful song. Yeah. So that's really my three
I
favorites.
love it.
That's pretty good, Mandy.
Thanks. I
Good
was
job.
trying. I was
You're
trying.
it's very natural. You're coming across very natural, not
Good,
nervous.
except I'm sweating.
Don't sweat.
I'm
You're
seeing
fine.
a third added to the podcast.
I know.
I need a job.
Don't worry. This one's free.
So
I love
we
those
can
jobs.
really book you.
Number one for me, Beekeeper's Daughter by the All American Rejects is a brand new song that just came out. I actually just did the video. Choreographed by Michael Rooney.
Okay,
Toot,
so
toot, beep, beep, but it's a great song. And also the bassist, I went to high school with the bassist, Michael
Did you
Kennedy, so
really?
big shout to him. These guys are great musicians. Check them out. They've always got something new. Number two for me, Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. And Mandy, I know you use that on So You Think You Can Dance.
I
Yeah,
did.
baby.
One of my
Yeah.
faves.
what
great
a great
song.
tune.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
And number three, something so true. Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution
Yes.
by AC/DC.
That is one of my alarm wake-up songs.
Is it really?
I love it.
That's awesome.
It must make you pop right out of bed. Ladies and gentlemen, remember you can get all of these music picks on iTunes. Go back, check out all our past music picks. You will get a lot of work out of them. We'll be right back. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
Hey, what's going on? I'm on Tabitha here, and you are tuning into Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time with Mandy Moore.
Mandy
Make
Moore.
sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast or at Nick Drago or at Desiree Robbins. And Mandy, do you have a Twitter?
No, I don't. I am a dinosaur. I don't have a Twitter.
Okay, that's fine. Facebook?
Yeah, but I only have 40 friends.
No, she's like under a different name.
People, we need to get this worked out.
Okay, I'm going to do this.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
You should do a fan page.
Yeah, I probably should, right?
You got a manager.
You know what? We'll get you somebody to do the fan page for you.
That would be incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have time
We got
to
a
do that.
producer. She usually sits right here. She's walking
Where is
Bella.
she?
Oh.
Oh.
Bella, in the middle of Chris Dupre's interview.
I loved Chris Dupre.
Okay, wait. She's a Frenchie. Mm-hmm. She was snoring through it. And Chris Dupre actually tweeted, "Is that snoring I hear in the background?" I was so embarrassed. But Bella,
It happens.
it happens.
Well, you're an animal person. You're an animal lover, yeah?
Yes. I grew up with dogs. I have a cat right now, Bob the cat.
Bob the cat.
I love Bob the
is
cat.
rad. He's kind of a surfer cat, and he's really big and fat, so I like him a lot.
Now, you're originally from Colorado. Did you bring Bob from Colorado?
No, I did not. I got Bob out here in LA, but growing up in Colorado, we had cats and dogs and hamsters. My sister had 1 billion animals.
You got
You guys
a really.
have horses?
No, we didn't have
Okay,
horses, but I have been on horse. I have been on a horse before.
And did you ski?
I skied and snowboarded.
So you're probably
and
amazing at it.
I'm pretty good. I'm
Okay.
not. I want to be X Games. It's one of my goals in my life. But
Ooh, I like.
yeah, I'm not really sure that's going to happen for me. But I think in my head, I am an X Games
Dream
pro
big,
person.
girl.
Yeah. Thanks.
You come from a really cool family, too. Your parents, your mom and dad, and your sister.
Yeah.
I love how I said your parents, your mom and dad, and your sister. Like, you have 4 parents.
There's a lot of us.
There's
yeah.
a lot. But
And they're very supportive, obviously.
so supportive, dude.
yeah.
I mean, they're super cool people, which makes sense because you're a very relaxed person. Well,
Yeah.
except for when you're nervous.
Well, except for when I'm nervous. But it's really true. My family, I think I would be a real fruitcake without my family. Because,
Or a fruit creep.
Yeah. Or a crepe of fruit. Either one.
It works anyway.
Yeah. No, they're awesome. Bob and Wendy and my sister Missy, they have always been super supportive. As soon as I wanted to pursue this, my mom was like, okay, I think we're into this. And
That's great.
They knew that I was going to be a good kid and I was going to come out here and work hard. So,
And it paid off.
And it definitely paid off.
And you need that family unit that's really behind you.
I think so. I mean, I think it's so hard to get through situations if you don't feel like you have support. And, my mom and dad are always the first people I talk to about most anything. So.
Yeah.
Well,
They
you
always
do-
have a good perspective, whether they're in the business or not.
Yes.
And almost that's better.
Yeah, it is. Because they're not like connected to it in any way
Yes,
emotionally. They can just
absolutely.
have great advice.
Well,
Yeah.
you can tell because, like, especially when you're on a set, I mean, you really know how to talk to people because, I've seen you have to deal with directors and or people on set that are a little short-tempered.
Yes.
They can't communicate. And you're a great communicator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a normal FDR over here. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, the great communicator, right?
Work
FDR?
it
That's
out,
it, right?
Nick.
Okay, I don't know. My
pulling
mom's
out
going to get
some
on me for that one.
history.
He's good.
But so you're really good about bouncing back and forth and like making people stay, keeping your cool, and then if you need to go into a corner and be like, you can do that.
Totally. I think a little bit of that comes from being an oldest too, because there's only 2 of us. It's my sister and I, and I think it's a little bit of old child syndrome too. Is I just want to make sure everybody's happy, and I'm very good at making sure that if somebody's stressed out, I can do whatever I need to. I can read the situation and kind of calm everyone. And then yes, I do have those moments where I go into the corner. You've seen me,
Right.
and I'm looking at Nick like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened, and I want to pound my head against the wall, and then I turn around and smile like everything's good. Okay, here we go.
And that is the way we were all trained, and
Right.
dancers today don't get that.
No.
They bring a lot of baggage with them.
Yeah.
We always learned you leave it at the front door, you go in, you do your thing, and come
Right.
out. So that's something, listeners, you need to know. Leave all that excess baggage at home.
Yeah.
And come in and do your job.
It's about being professional, I think.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to come in and you're being paid to do what you do, you know,
Right.
and nobody cares about the rest of it.
Right.
You know, they just want you to do your job.
Well, and I love how, like, we come to rehearsal and you're like, okay, we got to peel banana today. And, like, walk in and here's, like, Emmy Award nominated Mandy Moore, like, doing these, like, flailing peeled banana arms in
Now,
front
let
of the
me
mirror. I'm
ask
like,
you, is this coming out in August?
no, in the Oogie Loves in the Big Green Adventure.
Everybody asked me about this, and I cannot remember the title. But I go, don't worry, it's coming out in August.
August 24th, the Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure. And it was my first time working with Mandy
Oh, Nick.
professionally.
Yes.
And you guys were in Detroit.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
Detroit.
had so much fun. Poor Nick. He had to be in this vacuum cleaner outfit, and I don't know if you've talked about it on the
I
show or
haven't,
not.
no.
But I mean, I've always loved Nick Drago. And
Yes.
he is someone that I've thought has, you know, you've been fantastic since I ever first met you. But you stole my heart on that show because Nick, there's not much you can do in a red vacuum cleaner, but he seemed to figure out there were
How to
millions
make it
of
work.
the things that he would do in that vacuum cleaner had me in stitches. There were times I'd literally almost pee my pants on set. I was laughing so hard. It was almost unprofessional. I was laughing so hard, actually. But
Well, it was
That's
funny because
really
I
cool,
couldn't
though.
relax, and Mandy would come up, like, when I would relax, like, I had this contraption around my head, which would make my eyes close if I put my head back
Right.
in the outfit. You
Right.
couldn't see. So, and I would, like, relax because there's this, like, I couldn't sit down in this outfit.
no, you can't sit down in a vacuum outfit.
So it looked like I was like this, like, it looked like I was, like,
He's sad. He looks sad as a vacuum cleaner.
And Mandy would come over and she'd grab my pinky. And be like, Nick,
Because that was the only thing exposed.
I just grab his little hand. I'd be like, Nick, are you okay?
and I'm like, I'm okay, Mandy. But you know what? That's the thing. Like, if you hadn't have been so funny and, like, you know, involved in this
Yeah.
creation of this character, it would have never worked. And that's what's so great is
Yeah,
that. And I'm
right.
not just trying to, like, get you over, you know. But I mean, that's how it is. Like, you're really good at what you do, and no matter if it's as silly as being in a vacuum cleaner or peeling a banana or doing something serious
Yeah.
on the contemporary stage, you're in it 100%.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you Mandy Moore.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Mandy Moore. Stay tuned.
As dance teachers, we spend countless hours editing music. Save time with professional audio engineers. Professional music edits for competition start as low as $49. Clean cuts at affordable rates. Give your dancers a leg up on the competition. Email them for a quote. Visit dezworld.com. That's DEZ world.com for more details.
Hey, this is Marguerite Derricks, and you are listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Welcome back. This is Mandy Moore, and I am here with Nick and Desiree and their Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Gas! You did good!
Yeah, that was good.
This is
right?
episode number 50. It's unprecedented. We're here with Mandy Moore. We told her the interview would only be 20 minutes. We lied. So
Locked her in the room.
locked her in. Janae, our producer, is slashing her tires right now.
Oh, I don't know why we need to do that.
You got a new car
I did get a new car. I got a grown-up car.
from Keys on Van Nuys, I see.
Yes, I did. I got an Audi. It's a real, like, grown-up
Oh, I love
deal.
those.
Oh, I loved it too. As soon as I got in it, I thought,
It
oh, I
is
gotta
a
get it.
great car.
You know what?
What?
I'm not going to say what's funny because a lot of times people are like, you know, well, you know what's funny and it's not funny, so I'm not going to say it just in case it's not. But Shayna Knighton, who is running the foundation, she was doing the run for the Katie
Yes,
Lund Foundation.
yes, absolutely.
She saw you. She's one of my friends.
Oh, that's
saw
the friend that
Did I
saw-
tell you that?
okay,
Oh, yeah.
you told me
I was like,
that-
why didn't you go say hi to her? She's like, well, I don't know. She looked involved, like she was buying a car, and I was like, well, that's what she's there
I
for.
was.
I was involved.
I was involved.
I was involved.
Okay, so I want to talk about this Olympic gymnast that you trained.
Okay.
Because in my eyes, you're an American hero.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, you know, I was a gymnast growing up. So
Oh, nice.
this is a long time ago. So I'm going to really have to wipe off the cobwebs with this memory.
You can make
but-
stuff up. People
Okay,
don't know.
cool. I'm going to.
It was just last year. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, I got a call when, 1995 or 96. I got a call to go teach dance at an Olympic gymnastics camp that was run by Chris Waller.
Very
and
cool.
he after I worked with him, he was like, hey, you want to come in and coach me on my routines and just, help me out with some movements. And, gymnastics and dance, as much as you think it would go hand in hand, it's very different.
Sure.
Gymnasts do not move the way that dancers move,
Right.
They understand body line, but they just, their coordination is very different than
Well, they don't
ours.
spot either on the...
No, they don't spot, and they don't,
But there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I think it's
Would they
just,
snap their neck or?
No, I think as a gymnast, when I was taught not to spot on the beam, it's because it throws off your balance a bit when you're on a very small,
like the half an inch you're on.
But that seems weird though, because like you technically only turn it on the first 2 toes, anyways.
Yeah,
3.
it's really hard. Have you ever turned
but
on
they're
a beam, Nick?
barefoot.
No,
It's
I haven't.
really difficult.
I jumped into a
I
foam
see my
pit.
niece do it. It makes me a nervous wreck.
Oh yeah, no, her niece is cool. Her niece
What's
is
weird is I was never sweaty when I did gymnastics, which I should have been. I should have been sweaty up on that beam, but I wasn't.
What was the moment where you're like, okay, I'm gonna go with dance?
I think the minute I moved out here to LA,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I used gymnastics a bit the first couple of years. At auditions, when people would be like, does anybody tumble? And I was like, yeah. And then you do that on a job about 2 times and you realize, nah, I'd rather not tumble in stilettos on cement 4 times a day.
Exactly.
And then your body hurts and,
Yes.
you kind of let it go, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you were on scholarship at the Edge though, too.
Well, funny little story, Nick.
I hope it is.
Well, it's not really funny, but it's very true. I actually auditioned for Edge Scholarship and I didn't make it.
What?
Yeah, so that was I was down to the last whatever and I didn't make it, and I had moved out here to do that, so went to class that day to check out the list of who made it, and my name wasn't on it, and I was horrified and devastated.
And now you just want to go, hey, look at me now.
Well, what's funny is after that I just I had actually had a discussion with Bill Prudich, and he had basically put me on scholarship after that because he'd realized that, I was really working just as hard as the scholarships were. And, I ended up being in all the scholarship shows and, basically got
They
the
probably
same.
thought you were a little ahead of what they could do for you.
I don't know. I mean, I think at the time when I moved out, I didn't really understand about, putting myself out there and having the look and the business of dance.
Sure.
I didn't know any of that. I grew up in a small town in Colorado, so I didn't understand the whole business of LA.
Yeah.
And, looking back, I probably didn't present myself in that way at that time.
Right.
I learned a lot, though, from not being accepted on the program. I definitely learned a lot because I think as soon as somebody ever tells me no, I'm like, oh, really? You want to see?
But we need so many failures to appreciate
Yeah.
our successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
very true.
You learn a lot more from those, I think.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you not show them how well you can point your feet? You stretch your feet?
No, I did. Well, you know what's funny too is that another one of my friend from Colorado was auditioning as well, and I don't know, maybe they just picked her over me. There was 2 of us.
Is she still
It's
out here?
Stephanie Landwehr,
Oh, no way.
one of my dearest friends that I grew up with Stephanie dancing, and we.
Did you guys have beef? Were you like, oh, I'm so happy for you?
No, the only time we'd ever have beef is when my roommates. There were 3 other girls that we'd all live with, Stephanie and 2 other girls.
Oh my.
And I know
That is
those
a
were the
full
days.
house,
No,
girl.
thank you.
Yeah.
But the only time I remember getting a little upset about things would be like, if they didn't want to go to ballet class at 10 a.m. And I think, man, you guys are so lucky. It's like I have to pay for those classes.
Right.
You get them for free, but. Again, I just think it builds so much character. When you have to pay for your own
That
class,
is
you really
exactly
figure it
what
out.
it is. It's building character.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely.
And that's awesome. And then you would eventually go on to help choreograph with the Asian Excellence Awards.
Yes, my career really
Really took a turn right
yes,
there,
it really
didn't
did.
I mean, well, that's the thing. Like, you see a lot of choreographers that only do this or only do that. Like,
No,
man,
I'll do anything. I'm like that old what was it, Life cereal commercial? Give it to Mikey, he'll eat it.
He'll eat it,
It's
yeah.
like, give it to Mandy, she'll do it.
well, tell us about
But I
Sid the
have no
Science
problem
Kid.
with that.
Oh, Sid the Science
This
Kid
is
is one of
cool.
my
Okay,
favorite
okay.
shows. I was Fred Talixon actually choreographs the show, and he couldn't be there one day, and so I was asked to go in and choreograph. And it's all in 3D motion capture, but it's all done with cameras in surround. So and they're in different worlds. If you've ever seen the show, there's kids on the show and then there's these adult characters. So it was really interesting because you had to create in two different worlds. You had to create for the adult world that was across the room from the kids' world, but when you looked on the screen, they were together.
Wow.
So you had to understand where everybody was facing. It was like a science experiment of choreography. Yeah. My brain was going a million miles an hour.
Incredible, though.
Yeah, it was really crazy to try and create for that because they're not even in the same space creating, but on the camera they are.
And it's on PBS. You can still, it's still on, right?
Yeah, and I think you might be able to download them on iTunes.
Can you YouTube it, maybe?
Yeah, or
YouTube. Or iTunes.
Sid the Science Kid. It's so good.
And explain to some of the viewers. They're not looking at anything.
They're viewing at our podcast. Just go by.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The little,
They're like, well,
ticker.
We're well into minute 25. It's interesting.
Minute 25.
We usually don't get to the meat of the interview till 27.
Yes,
We're ahead of schedule.
You know how it is.
But I mean, as far as being a choreographer, I mean, it's not always just steps. Like, explain to them, sometimes you're on set and you just have to make the picture look cohesive that a normal person couldn't.
I think that's the one thing about choreography that's always blown me away is that it's not about the steps. 99.9% of the time, it's not about the steps.
So true.
It's about creating a feeling of trust with the director. And yeah, I mean, I've been on set before where you literally just have to tell someone to go step, touch. And in my brain, I'm thinking like, oh, geez, I could do this in my sleep. This is no big deal. But they don't know how to do it. And they need somebody to come in and do it. And I would say most of my jobs are not, step driven at all. It's more like a feeling or a picture or just making sure. I just worked with Carrie Underwood on her new video, her new single that's out. And it was very little movement, but it was really important that I was there because I had to talk to her about how to hold her back on camera or how to, look at camera and put her hand up,
Yes.
And, you think sometimes with choreography, it's like coming up with the coolest steps. Not always.
No. Especially in LA and in the commercial world.
If I only did that, I would not make a living if I only made up great steps because, most of the jobs I do are not about that. It's about many other things.
And it's also making the artist or whoever you're working for look good.
Yeah.
At what they do.
That's your job.
Not what you like.
Exactly.
But what works on them.
And being able to have intuition with that and understanding it and looking at an artist and understanding what's good, even though, I don't move anything like Carrie.
Right.
But my job is to figure out how she moves and to make her look good.
And do you study before?
Yes.
Okay, so you get, it's Carrie Underwood.
Good.
So you're getting like, okay, I'm going to go through her videos. I'm going to watch some live events. Mm-hmm. That's your preparation.
Yeah. Well, and thank God for YouTube. I mean, that's amazing for right now in dance. I YouTube every single performance she's ever done, and I just watch what she does and what her natural tendency is and what I think I could help her with, and how to make her look better.
Right.
That's unbelievable. I know it's silly, but I would have never thought to look at other...
Yeah. Well,
like how she moves naturally.
Choreographers become very narcissistic because they want what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sorry I'm using that word. It's a very,
Call them out, Desiree.
We
got Mandy Moore here. We don't need anybody else.
But they, they kind of they have this vision, and instead of really adjusting to what they need to, portray for that artist.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
It is because you have to, first of all, be able to see it. You have to be able to understand it, and then you have to be able to put it in words to communicate it to people, and then you have to actually teach it to them. And
in a very limited amount of time.
There's never time. Not in choreography.
There's not time right now. We got to go to our final break. We'll be right back with a fantastic Mandy Moore sweating out of one armpit.
The right one.
How many armpits you sweat out of, Desiree, right now?
Oh, I'm equal.
I'm equal too. So 5 armpits sweating here on Infinite Dance Cast. We'll be right back. Are you a dance company, teacher, choreographer, producer, or director looking to market yourself for your current projects?
Do you need just a little extra push to get the word out?
The answer is yes, Desiree. They do.
Nick, how do you know what they need?
I know our listeners. They need our help to spread the word about their shows, projects, and whatever else they have going on. And guess what, Desiree?
What, Nick?
It just so happens that we have the airtime just for them.
That's right. We have ad space available for you. We have both 30 and 60-second spots available for you.
Get the word out to the entire United States and countless other countries. Did he just say countless other countries? Yes, he did. Infinite Dance Cast has audiences all across the world, including Canada, China, Japan, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Romania, Australia, Denmark, Brazil, the Philippines, Mexico, and more. But I won't say the others because they're too hard to pronounce.
Email us at info@infinitedancecast.com for more details. Subject line, advertise.
Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast, giving you a voice worldwide.
Easy to make and take with you on the go.
Welcome to Food to Go with Steph and Ro.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Ro. And today we're talking about our favorite new app.
Our favorite new, I have it on my iPad.
Yes, it's only available on iPhone, iPad. Mm-hmm. And it is called the Shake a Snack app.
It's also very fun to say. Shake a Snack app. Shake a Snack app.
You're wondering, why are you
Shake a
telling us
Snack
about this?
Shake a Snack app. Yep. You might be wondering. And we're telling you about it because it is like number one, the easiest way to get a healthiest snack that only has 3 ingredients and is easy to make.
So let me tell you about it. It looks like a little miniature slot machine, which makes me kind of happy. But I'm only gambling with what healthy ingredients I'm going to include.
And not gambling with your health.
Or my money or anything
Okay.
bad, so that's good.
Okay.
But it's all healthy snacks, and it's all 3 ingredient snacks, which makes them ridiculously easy to make.
Yep.
And you just hit this wonderful little shake button, and it'll come up with 3 ingredients, and then you're like, oh, that sounds tasty. And then right now you're wondering, I wonder what that might sound like.
I know. Can we do a promo?
Oh. And our snack is bread, hummus, and romaine lettuce.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, what's so cool about this is that there's different settings.
Yep.
And you can make it vegan, vegetarian, or all.
Yeah, and you can also choose if you want a savory snack, so a salty snack, or a sweet snack.
And it's just so fun to do. Sometimes I just do it for fun.
Can we do it one more time?
Yeah.
Ready? Oh, it's rolling. And, oh, boy. Oh.
Tofu, green onion, soy sauce.
Whoa, that sounds like a very simple stir fry.
It does.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I
it
like
tells you
awesome
how to
stir fries.
prepare everything. It's really fun to use, and you should definitely check it out on
Definitely.
iTunes.
And speaking of check it out, search Food to Go with Steph and Ro on Facebook. Visit infinitedancecast.com and click on the Food to Go menu
To check out this week's healthy snack. Join us here every week.
on Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast. Have a healthy week.
Easy to make.
What's up? This is Kenny Wormald, and you're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast, my favorite dancecast.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Dancecast.
Oh, that was good. We
I
are
know.
dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDancecast or at Nick Drago, but especially at Desiree Robbins.
You know, you should have said, I wish we were on video, because then you could have seen Mandy be like, which one do I do? Which one do I do? Which one do I do?
I was so confused.
But she was perfect.
Yeah. No,
That's
great.
a professional.
That was good. Okay, so everyone in Hollywood is connected to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps.
Yes.
You were an Austin Powers Gold member with Clint Howard.
Yes.
Who is in My Dog Skip with Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
Kevin Bacon number is 2.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's good.
That's really good,
We
right?
have had a lot of 3s and 4s.
Now, we're in lieu of Kenny Wormald redoing the Ren McCormick. I think this might be the last time we're doing it. We might be retiring. It's episode 50. We're going to have to find something else to do.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Anyways, you were in, did you hear about the Morgans with Anthony Macedonia? You know that guy? Macedonia? Is that a dancer?
Yep.
And Clerks 2 with Kenny Wormald. Your Kenny Wormald number is also 2.
But Kenny Wormald, I teach with every weekend on Jump.
Oh, well then.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, throw it out the window. She's 1.
She's a 1. You're on Jump. That's great. I totally forgot. You're traveling all the time.
Yes, I mean, I have to be honest and say that my career has taken me a lot of different places, especially in this last year. So I haven't been able to teach as much as I'd like to, because I love to teach.
Right.
But, whenever, Gil is great, because whenever I have time off, then he has me out to teach. So
Nice.
And you're getting ready to start. I want to jump into this San Diego show. Tell us about it. What you got going on?
I'm choreographing a new musical at the Old Globe. It's called Nobody Loves You, and it's a musical based on reality television, actually. It's kind of like Big Brother meets The Bachelor.
Okay.
And it's very witty. It's very funny. And I was involved in this thing called Dance Break in New York when I met the executive artistic director at the Old Globe, and he hired me for this. So
Dude, this
very
is
exciting. It's brand new. Yeah.
Because you're going to be on Broadway in no time.
I hope so. I really would like to go. So.
Would you say that's like your main goal at the moment?
I'm such a closet Broadway dork. Like, I really, really love Broadway, and sometimes I think maybe I went to the wrong place instead. Maybe I should have gone to New York.
No, don't second guess yourself.
Well, and I figure everything I've learned here in LA is only going to help me
Absolutely.
be, a better choreographer when I make it to New York. So
yeah, I think your stuff translates. I mean, your personality definitely translates.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that's half the battle, because a lot of times in New York, I think they think that LA choreographers are like we're too good, commercial, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
well, they pinhole themselves into areas where instead of just being open.
Just as we pinhole New York choreographers being snobby.
Yeah.
Not that they're snobby.
I don't like being snobby.
I don't like snobs.
Nope.
So this is exciting. So how much creative control do you have in this show that you're working on now?
I'm the choreographer, and I've been working very closely with the director because so many times, directors and choreographers, you're one and the same, basically, and the lady who's choreographing is amazing. And it's a little stressful because it's brand new stuff. Like, it's never been done before. So
Which
I'm basically
is nice
creating a brand new vocabulary.
New stuff,
yes. So I'm excited. Very, very excited.
Yeah. That's sweet.
And so make sure that you guys, if you want to check out the show, go tell me the theater.
It's at the Old Globe Theater in San Diego, and it opens May 17th.
So make sure you get online, get your tickets. Yeah.
If people want to get in touch with you to come into their studio and choreograph, you still do that?
Yeah, if I have time. I very rarely have any time for it anymore. But
so if in the event people wanted to bring you in, how do they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
They can send an email to breakthefloor.com. It's usually best if you do it to Gil, because then he forwards it to me, and then I can, because I don't answer my own emails. So.
Okay.
Oh, wow, big time.
And not only that, if you want to hire her for other things, commercials and different things like that.
Bar mitzvahs.
Bar mitzvahs.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that should be the top of the list.
Will you choreograph a duet for me and Desiree to come and do the Pro-Am division at Jump?
I would love to do that for you guys.
I think it'd be pretty great.
Could we do it?
Totally.
Yeah. As long as you let me be in it, and it could be a trio.
Oh, let's do it. Wind beneath my wings.
Trios work so much better.
I know, they do.
Mandy, you are awesome, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for coming out.
Wonderful to be here. Thanks.
Whoa, I'm flinging stuff. Our 50th episode is in the books.
Love it.
We want to send a special thank you to our producers, Michael One Night in Bangkok Benicos, and Janae Make It Rain Mercedes for producing our show.
We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. Make sure you download each and every episode. They're free for you on iTunes.
But most of all, we want to thank you, the listener, because remember, without you, only our mothers would be listening.
That would be really sad, huh? We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
This is Nick speaking for Desiree and Mandy Moore. We'll see you next week.